It usually doesn't happen during an argument, or a confrontation, or a moment you can clearly point to and say, "That's when it changed." It happens quietly. Someone interrupts you and doesn't apologize. Your words land, but they don't stay. People respond slower, shorter, colder. Nothing dramatic, nothing obvious. But something feels off. You notice it in the way conversations end sooner than they used to, in how your presence no longer shifts the room, in how people listen just enough to be polite, not enough to care. And that's when it hits you. They didn't stop liking you. They stopped taking you seriously. It's strange how quietly it happens. No argument, no confrontation, no moment you can replay and understand. One day, your words carry weight. The next, they float and disappear. Not because you became weaker, not because you changed overnight, but because something inside you softened. Your pauses got longer, your reactions gentler, your boundaries quieter. You started absorbing things you once would have pushed back on. You laughed things off that used to bother you. You explained yourself when no explanation was needed. And people noticed. Not consciously, not intentionally. They felt it. Humans are sensitive to shifts like that. They sense when someone stops standing where they used to stand. They feel when certainty fades into accommodation. And they adjust, not out of cruelty, out of instinct. Respect doesn't disappear loudly. It fades in silence. What makes this harder is that you probably didn't choose it. You didn't wake up and decide to shrink. It happened through moments you didn't defend, through reactions you softened to keep the peace, through words you swallowed because conflict felt heavier than silence. You told yourself you were being mature, emotionally intelligent, evolved. But there's a difference between emotional control and emotional erasure. People can feel that difference instantly. They begin to test the space around you, interrupt a little more, listen a little less, assume you'll adjust. And without realizing it, you start shaping yourself around how they treat you. That's the quiet part no one warns you about. Not the loss of respect, but the moment you begin to expect less of it, and then something shifts. Not dramatically and not painfully, just clearly. You realize nothing was taken from you. You handed it over, not intentionally, not consciously, but slowly, through silence. And when that awareness arrives, it doesn't scream. It settles, like standing in a room where the air changed and everyone pretends not to notice. You don't feel angry. You don't feel sad. You feel awake, a little distant, because now you see it. Most people would have clicked away by now. But you didn't. Because this isn't information, it's recognition. And once you recognize it, something inside you stops reaching. You stop explaining, stop filling the quiet, stop softening edges that don't need to be softened. You don't become cold, you become still. And that stillness does something strange. People feel it before they understand it. Conversations shift. Energy adjusts, not because you demanded respect, but because you stopped leaking it. You hear the pauses now. You feel the weight behind words. You notice when your presence changes the room again. Not loudly, not forcefully, just enough to remind you. Something in you is no longer available the way it used to be. And once that awareness settles in, there's no going back. If something shifted while you were listening, don't name it yet. Just notice who starts treating you differently next.